Welcome back, 25 Years of Doom. I'm Temin.
I'm Mag.
And I'm Aces High.
And we're back on the Sony PlayStation. I can hear you all now, but Temin, we've already looked at Doom for the Sony PlayStation. We have.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
This is Final Doom for the PlayStation. Special port of, it's like the only console port of Final Doom, really, in all of the 1990s at least. Final Doom. It's how I first experienced Final Doom at my uncle's house on vacation once.
Oh, man.
He just had a PlayStation with this.
It's still
So why
good.
specifically Final Doom would they... I mean, I suppose they can fit more stuff on there since they have CDs now, as opposed to what they would have done on the earlier generation consoles where they were just cartridges. And on other consoles that we will see later.
Right, but the original Doom for PlayStation was still on a disc, but it was missing some levels, wasn't it?
It was.
Yep.
It was all of Doom 1 and all of Doom 2, minus a few levels, plus a few new levels. Here on Final Doom, we have the choice of the master levels, oddly enough, for Doom 2.
Nice.
And TNT and Plutonia, all severely redacted from their originals. Plutonia is like 5 or 6 maps long. It's crazy.
I guess that means it's going to be, whoa, I recognize all of these sound effects from a different game.
So that's because it has the same sound designer, Aubrey Hodges, as we'll see in the future, and also as we've seen in Final Doom. This is Attack.wad by Tim Willits of the Master Levels. So this little video is an edit of all the levels in the game, beginning, some of the middle, some of the end. Just a quick cut through all the levels, because we've been to all these places before. Notable for the PlayStation version of Final Doom, they got a new super shotgun graphic here.
Oh man,
And
that's right.
That's specifically because they had to compress all the sprites to fit on the PlayStation version, and for whatever reason, the super shotgun compressed very, very poorly in original PlayStation Doom. Hence, they drew all new sprites for this version, or for Final Doom specifically. And only in the Western regions, oddly enough, the JP version still has the super crunchy super shotgun sprite from regular PlayStation Doom.
That is so weird. This is 1993-94 technology, in terms of graphics and everything, and they still have to compress it for a console that came out in 95, 96?
Yeah, it's
that was very specifically to have 3D graphics and things like that? Wow.
I'm
What does that say about the PlayStation?
I don't know, it's weird because it was the opposite problem around the Commander Keen days where they could barely get scrolling to work like it did on the consoles.
Yeah.
I wonder if it has to do with file formats, getting them onto the PlayStation. Maybe in order to make it work on the PlayStation, everything they have to use is way bigger, and so they have to compress the actual files before they convert them to be compatible with whatever they're running on the PlayStation.
This is a very good point. I'm sure there will be some tech wizard that will tell us somewhere. Leave a comment.
Yes, please, by all means.
200 megabytes of the 350 megabytes on the Final Doom disc is all audio files. Yeah.
Right. Here we have Mapo 2, Virgil's lead by, I think, John Dr. Sleep Anderson. For those who don't remember, maybe Virgil the Beatnik space poet will ring a bell. If not, that's okay. That can just be some non sequitur thing, which it kind of was already, but, nonetheless.
I think I remember the
also
space
notable,
poet.
Sorry, what was that?
Said I think I remember the Space Poet.
Yeah, it was just like a weird one-off thing in the story for this WAD.
Mm-hmm.
One notable thing I didn't really notice until editing this specific video is that PlayStation Doom has like special sector types that allow for reverb in the sound effect, so you can have like
I just
echoey,
heard it. Yeah.
echoey areas.
Oh my god.
I assume it's a sector effect anyway. That's, I don't know what else it would be, honestly.
In the Doom engine, yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Man, I love the way that PlayStation Doom looks. I just love how much more vibrant the coloring is on everything and the lighting. It's so good.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. This specific cut of Final Doom is the only like consoleized version of these maps, and it's like, I don't know, it feels like turbo rare in that way,
Yeah.
Because the only other like console port that of this generation, I suppose, is completely different.
Right.
As we will see when we get to Doom 64.
Yep. The Nintendo 64 port is coming.
Yeah, it's a... I guess it's a port.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's definitely Doom on the Nintendo 64. I just got to say though, as someone who played that a lot, probably more than like regular Doom growing up, it is so weird to hear all of the sound effects and music from. Oh, okay. I mean, we had the title screen music, but I guess we don't have any of the music in the levels. But still, it's just so weird to like hear everything from the N64 version, but all of the sprites are different, and so it's like, what is this weird mutant game?
Right. Yep.
Oh man.
I'd like to point out that back there, also this is a Canyon by Tim Willits.wad. There was an area, we fought a chain gunner, we got a key. It had a new like rock texture, and it gave it this whole different ambiance, I think. It was neat, I thought, at least.
Yeah, so mutant game with like the mixed sound effects and music stuff reminds me of the thing we talked about with Coffee so many ages ago about switching the colors of the plasma rifle and the Arachnotron's plasma projectile.
What the hell is hitting you?
It's hit scanners,
Like, it seemed like most things didn't have line of sight on you.
Yeah.
They cheated.
Just hit scanners. Not much to show off in Combine. It's a Chris Cly map, and those tend to be hit or miss, but usually miss. And there was not much, worth seeing in this version of Combine. This is Catwalk, also by Chris Cly. Once again, they changed the ending of this map, believe it or not.
Changed it. Well, I suppose we'd have to go back and watch the original. Have it, side by side or something.
Well, it's it's a pretty easy to explain change. Also, gotta have fun on his little fun computer stare thing real quick. So fun fact, there is actually a PlayStation mouse that this game is compatible with.
Yeah,
if you wanted to play PlayStation Doom, with the mouse. I'm not quite sure if that was an option in original PlayStation Doom, but it is here. Also, here's the ending. In the original Catwalk.wad, this catwalk collapsed behind you, but I guess to make it easier or, more tolerable for the console version, it does not collapse, and you can still complete the level even if you fall off like I had just there.
That's good. Because that seems difficult to navigate on a controller. If you slip or you turn on accident even a tiny bit, like recentering that is going to be a nightmare task.
Yeah.
So the catwalk would go down in the original version, and like it would never come back up. So if you fell off, it was like, oh great, now I need to reload.
Yes.
Even though you might not actually die.
Yep.
Now, that's great.
Yep. Also, they got the previous level had like a secret at the exit with the BFG. They took it out in this version, or at least if they didn't, I couldn't get to it. But I'm pretty sure they took it out. So this is the Fistula, I think also by Chris Cly. He did the most master levels. I don't think I ever pointed it out when we first went through them, but he's probably at least 50% of the master levels by volume.
That is a lot.
Yeah, I do remember his name coming up a lot, so that makes sense.
Yep.
Man, I gotta apologize if I'm a little quiet in this video. Every time I see Doom for PlayStation, I'm just mesmerized.
Yeah, it's got vibes.
Yeah.
It does look really good. And I mean, depending on how we play the N64 version, it's may or may not, this will, be better to look at because we'll be able to see it.
Right. Yeah, worth noting, recorded on an actual PlayStation.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I wish I had known about, upscalers before recording all my console ports.
Yeah.
But, I recorded this, probably right around when I started the LP, so, 5 years ago. So, I've just been sitting on this footage.
We're getting the authentic experience.
That's okay. I have a feeling that if we look to, the first people putting uploads of, oh look, finally have some level music. If you can call it music. But if we go back to, the early days of YouTube and, just videos on the internet in general, I tell you, it probably looked just as good as this, if not worse.
Fair.
Definitely worse. Because compression was a lot worse back then, too.
Yep.
Oh, well.
Oh.
Whoa.
Hey, BFG.
Oh, that was satisfying.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I believe this is the level with the bizarre yellow key that you just kind of had to walk on an invisible ledge to get. But they cheat. Oh, maybe it wasn't this level because I know I edited that part in. It's one of the Dr. Sleep levels, and he had 4 of them, and 3 of them looked pretty much exactly the same. So I guess that's one of that situation.
I mean, what can you say? The man knows what kind of maps he likes to make, and they're all the same map.
So.
Yeah,
right?
Well, I mean, if you've got something that works, right, I suppose you just keep doing it.
Yeah, it's a similar problem with Tom Mustaine in Perdition's Gate, but... yeah.
Now let me tell you guys about the new Megawatt I'm working on. It's all the same map, but I've put the enemies in different spots on each map.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Somebody did, in one of the CAC awards, they had a little blurb of hey, here's a thing to try. Take map 15 of Doom 2 and erase all the lines and keep all the things, and then build a new level around that.
Why?
It's,
God,
it's a fun thing someone can try. I don't know if anyone's tried it, but
I think
the option was presented.
Well, I think
right.
that might be my new joke Megawatt. Is they'll all be map 15, but just
you could do it.
Coloring in or coloring inside the lines, but I'm just going to change the lines and leave the colors.
It could be a fun creative endeavor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is
God, that's weird. I just noticed that. I don't remember if it was like this in the original PlayStation Doom, but we have 8 weapon slots.
Yeah.
8.
Yeah, look at the bottom right.
Whoa.
It's 'cause-
I mean, I saw that they had the 7 before, and I was like, well, that's cool. So I take it I take it that it's so that you can switch back and forth between this shotgun and the super shotgun, right?
Yeah, you got it.
Or does
That's
this also What about the chainsaw? Or does it operate the same way that it does in regular Doom, where if you have the chainsaw, you can't select the fist anymore unless you find a berserk?
Yeah, I think it might be that. Also, I had trouble making this jump in this version for some reason. Also, they got rid of the arch file in the Megasphere secret there because the arch file doesn't exist in Final or PlayStation Doom.
And we are fine with that.
What a small blessing.
Right?
And by small, I mean enormous.
Sorry, I feel like I had more to your original question, but I forgot what I was saying.
Oh,
The super shotgun. I'm not sure. Yeah, slots 3 and 4 are the shotgun and super shotgun now. That's because you can't press the 3 key on the PlayStation controller.
okay, that's trippy to see in Doom, especially at this point in time. Floating cube.
Yeah, the one notable thing about subspace.wad is the floating switch cube, which I assume they're just like... I assume it's just hanging from the skybox, actually.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense. That's clever.
Yeah. As for the fist and chainsaw, I'm not quite sure how it works. I assume like one of them's before the other and they both just take up slot 1 if you have the berserk and chainsaw, but I haven't really played around with it.
Don't really use the fist or the chainsaw too much, so it never comes up.
Yeah,
Oh,
honestly.
man.
Nice.
Yeah, some
Almost
good
got them
biffage.
all.
And then we're out of Subterra. It's still Subterra, still Chris Cly, still meh.
A lot of these levels feel sort of meh with the fact that you're just like kind of going through them like this. But then again, as we've seen from some other people playing through the master levels, it very much is just kind of a meh. I don't know why these are called master levels.
Master levels.
Right. Yep. So this is Vesperos, the other, I think, Dr. Sleep map. And this is the one with the yellow key bridge. They quote unquote fixed it in this version. In that, we clear out the room, we teleport up, and there's a bridge there now.
Oh, hey.
There wasn't a bridge
nice
there
of
before.
them.
We had to slide across the wall to get to this room in the PC version. Also, the final arena, they made it the final boss of the master levels, rather, and it looks really cool, especially with this night sky.
Now this is a boss arena.
Nice. This is actually pretty
Man.
cool.
Yeah, I think we pointed out that you
how
don't
nice-
really see space in Doom ever.
Right?
Yeah. Or at least very much not in the originals.
Yeah, it's all
We
just
had
mountains
some
and shit.
some of the megawads that we've looked at. People have made their own custom skyboxes that are space-ish. And some of them, they vary in quality for sure, but this one's nice.
Right. Worth noting, this map had a cyber demon, but they got rid of it for, I guess, pacing reasons.
Fair.
But it's a boss arena.
Yep. I don't know. I'm disappointed as well. But yeah, that was the final master level in PlayStation Doom. We've got some original text because the master levels never had, text scrolls because of the nature of the master
Right.
levels.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Interesting.
unlike regular PlayStation Doom, there's no great narrator to read this to us.
Oh, I forgot about the narrator. I always forget. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Master
Too bad.
of Destruction.
I've done it. I've become Master of Destruction.
Most vicious realms? I wonder about that.
Yep. Anyway, we're starting TNT, fully loaded, mind you, because the episode switch did not take our stuff away. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I was going to point out, by the way, you seem to have an absolute truckload of plasma ammo. You've been using the BFG a ton.
Not gonna
Yeah,
complain about that.
It's I'll take it. But yeah, and there's this was the map you normally Tyson because it gives you a berserk and no reason not to use it, but I'm fully loaded, so I've got no reason to use the berserk and instead every reason to use all the weapons I have.
And all the ammo and all the,
Yep. You could technically start here because there is like episode select a la, I keep calling regular PlayStation Doom. I keep wanting to call that Final Doom, but that's simply not true.
As like you could in the other PlayStation Doom.
Right. Thank you.
Original
You're
PlayStation
welcome.
Doom.
Right. And then
Regular PlayStation Doom.
for
Classic
some reason,
PlayStation Doom? I'm sorry.
right here, they unabbreviate human barbecue. I've never seen that in any other version of, well, I guess this is the only other version of this map we've seen, but still.
I guess.
That was the human barbecue, fully spelt out. Here's the, the pool arena. It's still there. I'm mildly curious about what they had to cut out in order to make it run well on the console, but not enough to do a turbo deep dive myself. I'm sure they've changed plenty of things, like gotten rid of some decoration sectors and whatnot, but for the most part it all looks like it's kind of just all there, I haven't noticed anything egregious missing.
It feels a little bit empty, but I feel like the colored lighting helps make up for that.
Yeah, fair. This door is no longer secret. It used to be secret, but instead they have made it an optional area. I don't know if it's still tagged as a secret, but
this looks menacing.
Yeah, it's a bit scarier looking in this area now.
Yeah, I remember that room pretty vividly, but it looks way more daunting with the hellish lighting.
Right? And then, of course, Wormhole, the classic.
Yes.
Oh, yes. This is a good one.
Yeah, it's thick atmosphere. So, they didn't make any huge changes to this map either, which, has its consequences. Still not sure if it's intentional or not. Alright, just gonna go up the stairs, as you do.
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta chew through 100 dudes first. There we go.
Yep.
Clear this out. Revenant seems to be missing, but that's okay. I don't mind. And then back down the stairs. The exit's there. Don't know why. Short level, still.
Yep.
In and out.
I skipped the alternate dimension once again. And then it skips straight to what was map 12, I believe? Crater?
Oh, man. I forgot about the super crunchy looking auto map in PlayStation Dooms.
Right?
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Like how they made the arena with the blue key in it also very blue.
Mm-hmm. Again, the colored lighting it adds a flavor to Doom that originally you didn't realize was missing.
Yeah, it's pretty delightful. It has the extra large secret at the end still. the tour across the slime canyon and whatnot, but yeah, that's all intact. Had to make sure that was still there. It's an important part of this this level, despite how optional it is.
It's just more level.
Yep.
Entering nukage processing.
Indeed. Spoilers. There was a cyber demon in this map. They also cut it out in this version as well.
So boring.
It's unfortunate, really.
Feels a lot more
but,
tame. I guess.
There's a reason they did it. I don't necessarily agree with that reason, but there's a reason they did that. We'll get to that later, though.
Oh, okay.
I love this arena. It was just like a space background in the beginning, but with the hell sky and the red coloring.
God.
It looks great.
This looks a little spooky.
I was just about to say, I'm just like, oh, they're using that skybox now, and this skybox is great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Light amplification goggles, but you know, lighting is pretty good in this port.
Yeah. I think unlike regular Doom, Final Doom, PlayStation Doom light amp turns everything green, like it gives you night vision instead of making all the sectors full bright.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we saw that earlier for a split
deep-
second.
Yeah, Deeper Reaches does not have the red key secret, but it does still have the red key in it where it is at the inverted cross, but it is now inaccessible due to the lack of the secret at the end. It does still have the cool exit that I like, though.
Why does it feel like these maps are so short, like in comparison to when we were playing Final Doom?
It's because I'm turbo editing them.
Well, I mean, sure, there's that, but at the same time, it just feels like we're just like, I don't know.
I think
They
because
seem
we're missing
quicker.
archviles and apparently a
Oh,
good deal
that's
of
true.
cyber demons.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So, you know, you are able to just like breeze through them relatively quicker.
Yeah, those drawn out encounters are no longer there.
Yeah,
So when you
that's very
kill all
true.
the enemies in that room, you've done it.
Yep.
Yeah. I
Also,
kind of forgot for a moment until you reminded me that the archviles are gone.
Yo, and
I don't remember this room being in the original version of this map. I'm sure it must have been.
this doesn't
but-
look familiar. It looks cool, but not familiar.
Yeah. That's exactly the reason I kept it in.
Yeah, so okay.
Oh, also, I'll cut our audio back there because the music said Danny won. I don't know what it means, but it's just like a guy singing Danny won.
Yeah, I remember. Oh man, I remember hearing about that. It's just creepy in a different way than like the baby screams and other creepy music tracks that they had.
Right. Yep. Alright, Quarry. Very short map still. Just a lot redder now.
Definitely
Still gotta
makes me think
teleport
of
into the
like
thing.
yeah, definitely makes me think of like a mining operation on Mars with the lighting.
Yep.
Yep.
Except I think... I'm still not sure where TNT is supposed to take place. Maybe like on a moon of Jupiter? They like those. This is Ballistics. It looks really cool, especially the intro shot with
man.
the fire sky.
Yeah, I liked that.
Yeah.
And then up into this
That was-
medieval-looking mix of a manor entryway and also maybe a bunker of some kind.
Yep. Fun fact, Zero Master, Doom Savant, guy with YouTube channel, does task videos sometimes, figured out a way to beat this map pacifist by having Revenants, well, in the PC version anyway, have the Revenants at the start, accrue a bunch of homing fireballs and launch you through that window on the side over the gate here.
I can't
my
remember.
goodness.
Did he die in that? But there was the whole you still interact. Your body still interacts with it even though you're dead. So you still win and you still
Probably.
finish the level.
Considering
That's
the amount of
probably what
homing
happened.
rockets he had to, I guess, save up for his death vacation, I would say yes.
There are a lot of, I think, pacifist maps that are ended that way of you dying, but still landing on the trigger that ends the level.
Right. I just love how this level looks and how it's still called just heck.
Even though there's an
that
actual
fire,
yeah,
that actual fire skybox.
Yeah, it's so
that
good.
looks amazing. God.
Yep. But that was the last of the TNT levels.
Ah, we're on to Congo.
Yep.
And now that
So-
means we're on to Plutonia.
Yep.
Oh, and a text crawl.
Yep. Final Doom for the PlayStation has 30 maps we've just gotten through TNT, and we're on map 25.
Wow.
So Plutonia doesn't get too much representation in this, unfortunately.
Huh.
There's no Final Doom go to it, unfortunately. Well, at least officially.
Right.
You know, people have done, theoretical PlayStation Doom Lost levels where they, add PlayStation Doom effects to the levels that didn't make the cut, but we'll probably look at those way later, honestly. Also, they seem to have, neglected Plutonia in this, set of levels. There's, barely any colored lighting or real changes in most of the maps. We've got the blue key thing here, but, as far as I could tell, it's, the only colored area in the entire level.
Yeah,
it's weird.
This kind of just looks like crunchier Doom just because of the resolution. Yeah, this is about it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's supposed to be like a yellow light, but that doesn't really show up over brown very well.
Maybe.
Oh no, this just looks plain.
Oh.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. Plutonia did not get the love it deserved for PlayStation Doom.
Man.
Yeah, that's
it's a bit of a shame. Yeah. All right, Aztec. It's a lot less painful. Maybe they didn't do much with Plutonia because it had a lot of arch files.
Yeah,
and they couldn't pull the maps off as well.
Right, they just didn't work the same because they're gone.
And I think that cramming a bunch of enemies into the level would probably affect the performance if they were to just overfill it. So
it's a good point.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but
oh god, yeah, like this room here, it's just big, so it lags.
Yep.
Oh boy, that might be another reason Plutonia got, I guess, neglected a little bit too.
Yeah.
Performance-related issues. Oh, you fell.
Whoops-a-daisy. Luckily, the slime doesn't hurt for some reason. Yeah, sure.
Maybe because they knew the frame rate was bad and they didn't want you to struggle dying in the slime, lagging even more as your screen flashes.
Oh.
At 10 FPS.
This is a good point, yeah.
Yeah, it's Ghost Town, alright.
Wow.
Notable because it used to have a spider mastermind that they once again expunged from the map for reasons we'll see. Pacing. Trust me. Okay. It's all about pacing.
Oh, okay, alright.
There are arachnotrons here now in their stead.
Oh, because you can start any of these episodes from the episode select, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that and there's a final level that we have to deal with pretty soon here.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm going to presume that this has something to do with, an actual, boss level.
Yeah, basically.
Baron S.
Baron Slayer. Right. They changed how this worked. It used to be a voodoo doll in a remote sector that picked up those weapons for you in a remote sector, but now the weapons are just there on the floor.
I guess that's fine.
Yeah, I'm wondering if voodoo dolls even work in PlayStation Doom.
Oh. I'm sure there's some way to experiment with that.
Probably, but people have been, tinkering with hacking this game to, import custom mods, so I'm sure someone out there knows by now. It's just, I don't know personally.
So what you're saying is they have been playing around with it, but how successful have they gotten to this point?
Yeah.
Right. Also worth noting, they cut a cyber demon out of that map as well.
Oh boy.
It's all coming to a head, though. It'll all be worth it.
It's starting to feel
That's
ominous.
what they tell us.
Mm-hmm. For some reason, they skipped ahead in the map progression. This was map 20 in Plutonia. But the next map we're going to play is map 10 of Plutonia. So it's a strange decision. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Curious.
I mean, with you saying it's like, oh, this is map 20, and in my mind, I was like, yeah, so you said we're only doing 5 levels, and we did like 1, 2, and whatnot already, so what does it matter if we're skipping ahead? But instead it's like, oh, then we're going backwards? Okay, that's just weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Worth noting, also, they replaced the Barons with Hell Knights in this little setup. Not pacing,
that's fine.
But, still a bit odd. They do have a lot of health, though, so I do appreciate that they gave me Hell Knights instead of Barons.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured out that secret and got a Mega Sphere.
Nice.
Good job.
Alright, now we're entering the final level of Final Doom for the PlayStation Onslaught, map 10 of Plutonia. There's a chain gunner behind me, it's really mean.
Wow, that's rude. Well, you got him, though, unscathed. Oh.
Alright, and our partial invisibility.
Transparency layer on. Yep.
Nice.
Oh yeah, the invisibility rendering effect is completely different because the PlayStation can do transparency. They don't have the fuzz effect. They just use PlayStation's inherent transparency effect.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice facing off against the specters because it's like, oh, look at that. I can see the specters.
Yeah.
Like, just as well as any other enemy, really.
They're just ghost pinkies now. Oh,
look.
Okay.
They added a cyber demon to this map.
Holy cow. Those rockets move fast.
Yeah, they do.
Holy
moly.
crap.
Yep, but yeah, the reason I assume they took the cyber demons out of all the maps they were supposed to appear in is so they could have the cyber demon as the final boss in the final map here.
I mean, it makes sense, I guess, in a way.
Well, considering how blisteringly fast those rockets are, I guess I'm kind of glad.
Right.
Yeah, in some of those maps where you're facing off against multiple cyber demons in the same map.
Well, that wasn't too bad. Oh, right.
Yeah, it's even still, once I've killed the cyber demon, the rest of the map continues.
Man, that's got to be a rough trap if you blindly charge in there. You're getting mowed down by chain gunners and a cyber demon.
Yep.
I mean, if you're lucky, maybe you can get them to shoot at the cyber demon, and then
and then he'll take care of the problem for you.
Part of it, at least.
All right. Well, this is the end of the map. A bit anticlimactic after the cyber demon, but oh well.
It's our cooldown.
That does tend to happen if you still have a level to go after you beat the boss.
Right. Well. And done.
Aha, there we go.
Anytime this game would freeze is like a bit of a uh-oh moment because I had to restart this game specifically a lot because it kept freezing. Luckily I had the password system to keep my progress, but it sucks to enter passwords.
Mm-hmm. The carcass of the Guardian. What carcass? Cyber demons blow up into nothing.
The hoof of the hoof of the Guardian.
The rocket accelerator. That's why they were so fast.
Ah.
It was a pseudo railgun rocket launcher.
Of course.
Remember to tell your grandkids.
Yep. Still classic advice.
Oh yeah. I remember this text.
Yep. And then
go to hell
we
when
get
you die, you will need it.
And now are we gonna get credits?
Yep. Cast of characters.
Yeah.
Shoot gun guy, heavy weapon stud. Just blasting through them. Fun fact. Wait for it. Just in a few.
Mm-hmm.
The Spider Mastermind as Sir not appearing in this film.
Yep.
Oh man, and the PlayStation Doom guy death scream.
Yep.
Oh yeah, so good.
Oh, here we go. That's what I've been waiting for. Well, oh man.
Delightful.
I'm gonna die anyways. You're gonna come with me.
Oh man.
It's worth it. I had more troubles on TNT and the master levels than Plutonia, which is ironic.
Right? But the thing that made Plutonia hard is no longer there.
Right?
Oh god.
Oh!
The final
I just
boss.
see the head jibs
Yeah,
if you get
it
exploded.
That's very
so
good.
cool.
I love it.
Exclusive to the PlayStation Doom, I think. Maybe it was in other ports. I'm not sure now. That statement may have been false. But regardless...
Still, though, that's pretty awesome.
It's the only time
Yeah,
I remember seeing it, so heck yeah.
Right? Final Doom for the PlayStation. There's that.
It's
The most unique port of the console ports.
just like the original. It's still pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Most unique so far, anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that for now. Next up, God, what do we... I think that's the last game for 96. We're going to wrap up 96 with a Doom editor special as we do. And then we finally move on to 1997.
Woohoo! We're one more year in the future.
Woo!
Oh man. What a marathon to get there though. Gosh.
Right? It's, well, we made it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that. The end.
All right.
Nice.
See you next time.
See ya.